Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to another episode review of Reincarnated as a Sword, episode 7. And this show continues to amaze me. I mean, I'm just loving the fact that, with the bond, the father-daughter bond between Fran and teachers has been really sweet, wholesome, for me. And just to get to the fun part of it is the fact that how after they defeated that greater demon, right? He promised her that he would make her curry, and he did. And just how the fact is, the fun moments, the montages of them, how they're preparing all the ingredients, and just how first making hamburger patties and then making to the curry. And just how Fran is just so loving every moment of when making this curry, and how amazing how teacher prepares this stuff. And in fact, when she got to try all, especially not one, but 3 different types of curry, each a different spice, and she's just melting and going goo goo gaga over these, how delicious each and every curry is. It was even a point where when she tastes in each type of curry, we see her like as an adult, right? For each different type of curry, and I thought that was very funny too. And just really, I'm just loving the whole father. Like I said, it's a father-daughter bond type of relationship. Like I said before, teacher, he's the father figure of Fran, and I just love the whole montage. It's like, this is it's such a sweet. It is a very sweet father-daughter heartfelt moments, and relationship. I'm saying. And then we get to the cliffhanger at the end of the last episode, which dealing with this fatso, basically, which says he's a vice captain of the Knights, right? Guys, this is a complete asshole. I mean, he has this thing where he is basically he tell lies from people, right? He's his skills basically a lie detector, basically. And he's a guy who shows that he bought his way into power, and let alone he's abusing his skills. Basically ruin people's lives, punishing them, and to see how this guy ends up getting his comeuppance, how just Fran just goes and use that skill taker that she got from the greater demon to use against this guy, basically just destroy this guy's life and just took everything away from him. And which I'm like, yes, this guy definitely gets what he deserves, especially when he, in like a flashback we saw did to this one woman, right? Which basically he's done to a whole bunch of people, right? Ruined people's lives. So guess what? And to see this fat ass basically got what he deserved, yet I'm like, yes, this guy does deserve to get his he deserved his punishment, He deserved his life to be destroyed, just like basically he did to all the other innocent people's lives he's done with that abuse of power that he has. Or the skill he did. So yeah, it was good to see him to get what he deserved. And then after that, and just we see this like he just loses his hair. He's basically ripped his hair out, and just he's all more of a glutton and version of himself. And it's like, ugh. But it was like, he got what he deserved, and just to see how what he turned out, now he's more of a fat blob of himself. He's like, what Blob was. He was a fatso before, but he was more of a bigger version of the Blob from X-Men Origins Wolverine, right? Just that was like, ugh. And just the fact also that, how he's like, how he tried to, Fran was like, oh, who are you? I don't recognize you. And the guy at first was like, well, I thought maybe you were like, no, wait, yes, you are. You are the sword. That's the sword. You are her. And he's like, oh, you ruined me. Well, guess what? You ruined other people's lives, you dumbass. So guess what? You do get what you deserve. And then at the time of the end, this episode ends on a cliffhanger with when he brought somebody in to take care of Fran and teacher, and to see the fact that it's which at first it did look like a dog to me. It looked like a dog, but it turns out it's a cat. Like Fran's a black cat. This one is called a blue cat. Apparently, they are enemies. And Fran has that look of vengeance, that vengeance look on her face, very serious, like vengeance look. And well, compared to how it was in the beginning when that fatso smacked some things that he was going to give to her away out of her hand, and she had like those red eyes, like those. Oh, I'm gonna get him this time, but. but that which was funny though, but this was very serious, more of a serious face at the end where she's like, because she's a very two different cat races that are enemies, so. And guess this guy somehow found this one guy and decided to basically destroy Fran, basically. Why? Because it's okay for her to punish those like with your little abuse of power, but has something happen to you? Yeah, yeah. This fat F, got what he deserved, and now he's just getting his revenge out because of what she did to him. Come on, but yeah. So so I can't wait to go to the next week's episode to see how that cliffhanger is gonna leave on now. But the whole montage of them making curry and making the hamburger patties is just, and in fact they use that pocket dimension to store all that food, so it can stay all nice and warm and fresh, right? So that if Fran wants it, she can have it at any time now. And Jesus going yay yay, going just like well, she is a child still, but saying like she's going yay yay, that whole father-daughter relationship, I really enjoy. It's very heartfelt, heartwarming, wholesome, and very sweet, And I felt this type of duo in just a little an isekai anime I've seen in quite some time, and it's also, like I said, it's a very good slice of life as well. It's a very good slice of life too. So, yeah, that's probably even shorter than usual, but because it's basically from the two main points, though. I mean, just like how, it's even part of me that saying that seeing her like all when she's trying the different types of curry, seeing how she is as an adult. It makes me wonder, maybe if we get a second season, I'd like to see her maybe in the future how she is when she grows up, to more of into a woman, and how a teacher will probably be more of a protector. He still wants to protect her though, but probably wants to see now is when she grows up, what kind of a woman that she will be, after she's accomplished her what she wants, to evolve and all that stuff, right? Well, hopefully, if this show does well enough to get a second season, I would love to see this. But for now, this whole episode was a very fun moment. At least a more father-daughter relationship, with making curry because she got what she promised, and then the whole thing with that fat ass, deserved to get what he got, after he destroyed other people's lives with that abusive skill he got, and got it taken away from his life, got destroyed instantly, and he became more of a homeless fat blob of himself. Ugh. But yeah, you did get you deserved, you dumbass a-hole, basically. But then with the whole thing with the blue cat, now how it's an actual who's an enemy of her own race, Can't wait to see what goes on in the next episode. So yeah, episode 7 was another very fun episode. Fran and teacher, this is just continue to just make me smile, as like I said, as a father-daughter relationship, So yeah, episode 7 was another very good thumbs up for me. So that's episode 7 of Reincarnated as a Sword. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode review and more videos, and we'll see you next time. Later.